Stick It, Episode 33. Step Up. The moment someone needs to lead. You know that moment when something needs to happen, nobody is moving, and everyone is waiting for someone else to go first? The silence that sits in the room like a question nobody wants to answer? Yeah. Today's phrasal verb is for the person who finally breaks that silence. Let me share with you a personal story. Last spring, our school lost its department coordinator mid-year. Suddenly, no transition, no handover, no plan, just gone. And there were 6 weeks left of the semester, and someone needed to coordinate the final exams, the grading schedule, the parent meetings, and approximately 40 other things that had previously been someone else's problem. The first staff meeting without her was very quiet. Everyone looked at the table. Someone mentioned that the situation needed to be addressed. Someone else agreed that yes, it did. There was a silence that lasted about 45 seconds, which, in a room of 10 adults, feels considerably longer. And then my colleague Francesca said, "I'll handle the exam schedule. Who wants the parent meetings?" That was it. Francesca stepped up. She didn't wait to be asked. She didn't volunteer dramatically. She just looked at the gap and decided to fill it. Within 5 minutes, everything had been divided. The meeting ended. The semester was saved. Step up means to take on more responsibility than you currently have, to come forward when something is needed, especially when nobody else is moving. She stepped up when the team needed a leader. He stepped up his performance in the second half. It was time for someone to step up and take charge. And notice, stepping up is always voluntary. Nobody forces you to step up. That's what makes it significant. Francesca wasn't assigned the exam schedule. She chose it. In the middle of a 45-second silence, she decided that waiting was worse than acting. That's the whole verb, right there. Let me share another example. When Giorgio Armani started his fashion house in 1975, he had no financial backing, no family name in fashion, no established network. He stepped up, took full control of his vision, his production, his brand, at a moment when everything could have gone wrong. Nobody handed him the room. He walked into it. Francesca would have done the same, she just had fewer sequins. Now it is your turn. Finish these sentences out loud, say them once, slowly, and repeat them several times. That's why it sticks. A moment when I stepped up was... I find it hard to step up when, someone who always steps up in my life is... In short, step up. Take on more responsibility. Come forward when something is needed. Fill the gap nobody else is filling. Francesca did it in 45 seconds of silence. Armani did it with a fashion house and no safety net. Both chose action over waiting. That's the whole verb. Next episode, let go, the box in the closet, the thing you're still holding on to, and the surprisingly difficult art of putting it down. See you there.